we're at basically what I like to call the big bang of science. In the last 10 to 15 years, the technology has really taken off, and all of the efforts that have kind of been accumulating since the late 80s, early 90s, we're now finally able to see the forest from the trees. In the last 2 years, we have made some significant progress in developing both human and mouse models for a certain subset of very poor responding acute lymphoblastic leukemia patients. So normally patients, ALL patients that are infants or pediatric cases, have a very good overall survival rate. It's greater than 90% now with standard therapy. But there is a subset of patients that don't respond very well, and those patients have these MLO translocations, these mutations where there's these DNA breaks that join MLO with another fusion partner. And these always have very poor prognoses. The overall survival is less than 50%. Our lab has been sort of the forerunner in using targeted therapy against these MLO translocation fusion proteins. And so now we have drugs that we can potentially use as single agents or as combination therapy. So basically the idea is to take a page from HIV therapy, and that is to do combination therapy. We think the compounds that we're looking at are very exciting, and these combinations are very, very potent, and we've seen some really good, promising data in our in vitro and mouse model work. The future of cancer therapy will be a combination of what we already know, chemotherapy, transplants, but also targeting the specific genetic alterations that are present in that cancer, whatever it may be. And this is the first sort of compound that is specifically targeting an aberration that occurs in these acute pediatric leukemias. Pediatric funding for research in general is very, very minimal, and it's unfortunate. And I feel like resources such as the Damon Runyon and the Sohn Foundation fellowships really allow us to develop these ideas that not very many people will undertake because the patient population isn't large enough or there isn't pharmaceutical interest. And it's very critical work, and I think these sort of, all the money going towards research and the researcher is a very productive and fruitful venture, because it really does allow us to kind of block everything else out and kind of focus on the research and what really matters, and that is finding and accelerating the discovery of new therapies and cures.